Students, last time we are in the previous chapter, which was landforms. Today we will discuss about water bodies, which is in your syllabus, second chapter, probably in your book. So class 6 geography, second chapter, water bodies. Today we will start. Actually, are divided in 3 different zones as a whole. What are those? Number 1, lithospheric zone. Number 2, hydrospheric zone. Number 3, atmospheric zone. We, the human being, belongs to the atmospheric zone. Then who are in the hydrospheric zone? Hydrospheric zone, like different type of fishes and whales, shark, different snakes. Then normally those animals who are living into the water bodies, crocodiles. Yeah. So water bodies, that is hydrological cycle. So in our water body sector, there are so many different type of names in the world, like lake, pond, river, seas, oceans, glaciers, then water which is below the soil surface, that is underground water. So all the water bodies in the world, that is, belongs to the hydrological cycle. This is a large area of the world has been covered. Here, large area. So in the water bodies, near about 96.5% is given in your book, 96.5% to 97% water, which is salty water, because those water are in the seas or oceans. Here, and seas and ocean water which cannot be consumed by us. So different large processes are there by which those saline water can be transformed into the drinking water, but it is very costly, it is not possible. So that water cannot be used or consumed by us. 96.5% saline water which is belongs to seas and oceans, and only 0.5% water are there which can be consumed by us, and those water are in the lakes, ponds, river, and the underground water which we are using in our daily life. So 96.5 saline, which water cannot be used by us, that I have told you earlier, plus 0.5%, that means 97 or 97.5% water are there in the world, which is saline water maximum portion, percentage I have earlier told, and very few percent are there which is normal water, which is consumable by us, by the human beings. So the remaining 2, 3 or 2.5% water are there, which is in the glaciers. Here, snows. Where it is? In the Arctic zone, Greenland, or in the Arctic area near the North Pole, and large area is there in the Antarctic zone or near to the South Pole. There is a huge glaciers or the snows have covered due to the slanting rays of the sun and very less temperature. Those are not melting, but still some crises are there due to global warming. Some glaciers, a few glaciers are melting. That is the arid portion of the earth. If that water, that glacier or snows will melt due to the global warming, due to the poor work have been made by the human being in the earth, then the crises will arise all over the world. The low land areas of the world will sink down below the water level, which already happened near the Bay of Bengal areas, very close to the coast of West Bengal. So many small islands where people were living from long time that have sink down, they have come to the mainland. So water bodies have a great impact all over the world. And due to that reason, this Earth, our Earth, is called blue planet, because of presence of maximum amount of water in all over the world. Here, whenever from the space, from the moon, the Earth have been seen, then it looks like a blue. So it is called blue planet. Here, due to presence of maximum water in our Earth. That is advantageous also. And those maximum water are there in only 5 oceans. What are those 5 oceans? Those 5 oceans are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic. I am writing the name. 5 oceans. 5 oceans. Given in your book 4 oceans, but actually there is 5 oceans. What are those? Number 1, Pacific Ocean. Number 2, Atlantic Ocean. Number 3, Indian Ocean. Number 4, Arctic Ocean. Number 5, Antarctic. Antarctic Ocean or Southern Ocean. Antarctic or ocean. So those are the 5 oceans have covered a large area of the total water bodies in the earth, which is a saline one. So many seas are there. Remember, maximum number of seas are connected with the ocean. So those are also filled up, and those are saline water. So those are the 5 oceans that I describe each and every one, where what is the position, where it is. But like number 1, Pacific Ocean, which is the largest ocean of the world, here, and have covered a such large area, which is the total area of the all the continent, and more than that, total area of all the continent of the world plus some area to be added to get the total area of the Pacific Ocean. So Pacific Ocean area is the sum total of all the continent plus more areas. So how much bigger it is? Remember, this Pacific Ocean belongs to the eastern as well as western, like this way. This is the there is an international date line which separated east and west part of that ocean. You know what is international date line, which from that date line the days change from one to another. Here, an international date line is 180 degree east and west line, which is not straight and which is also treated as a longitude. Clear? On that, the date have changed. So what is Pacific Ocean? Why Pacific? Where is it situated? That Pacific, large Pacific Ocean, situated in such a place where in the eastern part of Pacific Ocean there is a North America and South America. And the western part of Pacific Ocean there is a Asia and Australia. Clear? And that Pacific Ocean also attached with the northern part with the Arctic Ocean, and in the southern part with the Antarctic or Southern Ocean. So it is attached with the Arctic and Antarctic Ocean in north as well as south. And Mariana Trench, a deepest trench, belongs to the Pacific Ocean. Clear? So no more to be required. You read that Pacific Ocean properly from your book. Next I am coming to the Atlantic Ocean. This is the first largest ocean. This is the second largest ocean. Clear? According to their size. And Atlantic Ocean, another feature, that is the most busy ocean in the world, because it belongs to such a position where the maximum number of trade or business have made. Here, one accident was made so many years before. You have seen that movie Titanic. That accident was made in the Atlantic Ocean. This Atlantic Ocean is S type, like this type, such type of. Look like S. So this Atlantic Ocean is the second largest, and eastern part of the Atlantic Ocean there is a Europe in the northeast, and African continent is in the southeast. Similarly, in the northwest of the Atlantic Ocean is North America, and South America is in the southwest. Where? So this is the Atlantic Ocean, which is the maximum trade made by this ocean between the developed countries of the world. And next is in the side is and this Atlantic Ocean also attached with the Antarctic and Arctic Ocean. Arctic and Antarctic. Arctic in the north of the Atlantic Ocean, and Antarctic Ocean is in the south, which is attached with these two oceans. Next is Indian Ocean. We are proud of that one ocean of the world have given name with our country's name. Here, this is the so many countries ocean are there, but on the ocean you can see that is Indian Ocean have came the name which is belongs to our country's name. So Indian Ocean is in the just below our country, just in the southern part of our country, and this ocean is fully blocked in the northern side by the different continents. Clear? Not like the Pacific or Atlantic Ocean, which is open and attached with the Arctic and Antarctic in both the sides of north and south. But Indian Ocean is fully blocked by the continent in the north, but completely open in the south, which is attached with the Antarctic Ocean or Southern Ocean in the south. So Indian Ocean in the northern part is Asia. Western part there is a continent Australia, and Indian Ocean in the northern part there is a fully covered by the Asian continent. In the eastern part there is a Australian continent, and in the western part of Indian Ocean is the African continent. Here, so many seas also attached with this, like Arabian Seas, Bay of Bengal, like this, Persian Seas, Gulf of Aden, those are attached with this. And remember that another sea, Red Sea, which is northwestern part of Indian Ocean, there is attached with the Red Sea, which Red Sea are attached with the Mediterranean Sea, which which is the southern part of European continent. It is attaching by man-made canal called Suez Canal. You know the name of Suez Canal. It is very popular canal, have been made to do the business or trade between the European continent or the other continent with the Asian continent or different countries. Clear? By which the trade or business was too easy. In a short period of time, by less cost, the goods have been traded between the two continents of Asia as well as Europe. Suez Canal have been made by the human being in between Red Sea and Mediterranean Sea. Clear? That's Suez Canal. Similarly, another popular canal was there. I have not told you earlier that popular canal have been made between Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. What is the name of that canal? That canal name is Panama Canal. Panama is a country which is in between North American continent and South American continent, small country. In that country, a canal have been made to attaching these two continents to covering different countries of the world of Asia as well as Europe or North or South America, by which the trade is possible easily within a short period of time and less cost, the goods to be transported from one place to another. Here, that's two canals, what I have told you, one is Suez Canal, another is Panama Canal, which have been made by the human being for the less cost trade or transport between different countries of the world. As a next is Arctic Ocean. Arctic Ocean is not that much popular like these three continents, which is extremely in the northern part of the continent. You know, Arctic Ocean, maximum area of the Arctic Ocean is covered by the ice in the winter season, and after melting, the ice or snows can be used. So few areas is covered with the water bodies, no problem are there. So very small area is covered by the Arctic Ocean, and the maximum number of trade have not been done. It is northern part of all the continents of the world. It's extremely northern part of the maximum number of continents like North America, like Asia, like Europe. The northern part of those continents, what I have told you, North America, Europe and Asia, it belongs to. And next is Antarctic Ocean. What is Antarctic Ocean? Antarctic Ocean or Southern Ocean is in the southern part, which is near to the South Pole. Very large region is Antarctic or Southern Ocean covered. There is a Antarctic glaciers or snow covered areas are there, which is attached with this ocean, and this is also not very much popular for doing the business or trade all over the world, but it is in the southern part of Australia, southern part of African continent, southern part of South American continent it belongs to. And clear all the oceans where it belongs to and who is popular, for what reason, where it is situated, how much trade have been done, like this. And 5 oceans over, and you should remember about the hydrological cycle, which is very much important. You should know this. Hydrological cycle diagram already given in your book. We are hydrological cycle. Still, I am drawing very few of it. See, suppose this is ocean area. Here. See, this is ocean or seas. This is mountain. This is land. This is mountain area. Mountain or hill areas. So, how the hydrological cycle is working, and in cyclical order, it is performing a great impact in our society or in our life. This is hydrological cycle. What happening that due to huge heat of the sun, here for your understanding I am drawing this. Due to the scorching heat, due to the huge heat of the sun in the summer or in other seasons, here or different seasons, different heat or temperature are there in different areas of the world, you know, due to the revolution of the earth it is happening, and the ocean water is heats up. Ocean water is heats up, and due to that reason there is a evaporation. There is a evaporation. What is called evaporation? Evaporation. Here, that evaporation also happening whenever we are doing boiling water in our gas oven. Here, evaporation are there whenever we are boiling water into the oven or gas. So, similarly, due to the scorching or huge heat, the evaporation have been made from the water bodies or into the ocean or seas. Here, and that evaporation forming condensation. Condensation to form clouds. Here, that was evaporation at first. After evaporation, that evaporation forming due to the less temperature in the upper surface of the atmospheric bed, there is a condensation to form clouds, which clouds are lighter at first. Here, that clouds are floating into the higher atmospheric bed, and slowly it makes heavier. At the time when it makes heavier, that condensed cloud, then it has not the capacity to floating in the same pattern all over the air in this way. So that condensed form of cloud are coming towards the land surface, or mountain areas or hill areas or in the land surface, plateau areas. So many areas are there of the earth surface that I have learned from, I have discussed earlier chapter that you have understood. So how they are coming? Not only the clouds are coming, but the heavier clouds are coming and they are giving precipitation, called precipitation. Precipitation or rain. Clear? Those coming as a rain, like this way. Those form clouds coming as a rain into these mountain hill areas. Clear? This is called precipitation or rain. This is called condensation to form clouds. This is called evaporation. Clear, everyone? So at first, water bodies heats up, form evaporation. That forming evaporation makes the clouds to the condensation process. You know it very well, that I have discussed earlier. That condensed cloud ultimately, whenever it comes to the land areas or mountain or hilly areas, it makes the precipitation or rain. So it is called a hydrological cycle. Why? It is a cyclical order it is happening, because those rains ultimately coming to the ponds, rivers, lakes. Ultimately those rivers are attached with those seas or oceans. Those river water ultimately it goes to the stream, ultimately it reaches to the seas or ocean. Again they are forming evaporation, condensation and precipitation or rain. Again by the river water it goes to the ocean or seas. So this is a cyclical order. Here, since it is a cyclical order happening all over the world every time, so it is called hydrological cycle. Here everyone, next day we will discuss after that part. Today you read this cycle and what I have discussed you regarding the oceans, their areas, everything. Read that. I will give you the answer also of the different questions of that chapter within 1 or 2 days. So read that one and follow this one. Thank you for the next day.